I hope my daughter is watching all the way in Spain. Listen, when you invest in someone's growth, what happens if that growth pulls you apart? That's a dilemma at the heart of First Lady, the latest production from renowned playwright Basil Dawkins. Yes, the serious yet hilarious play follows Byron, a hard-working businessman, and his wife Abigail, whose rise in the corporate world starts to create cracks in their relationship. This morning, we are joined by the creators themselves, playwright, producer Basil Dawkins, and wearing a different hat, artistic director, you may recognize her from our Sunrise, TK Dawkins!
Yay! In case you ever wonder where the Dawkins come from, it's that Dawkins.
Good morning again.
Good morning.
Wonderful being here.
Oh, so lovely to have you here.
I'm excited to ask this first question because I see this nice, lovely duo, daddy-daughter duo, and you are working together. Not only that you're related, but you're working together. What is that like? Talk to us about, that relationship.
In terms of working, well,
Yes.
the difficulty was to get her to agree to work with me. She said her theory was that she have overseas student loan. I had a local student loan. And what I'm doing won't ever get her to pay that off. So it was difficult at first, but we were in a dilemma, and I just called her one day and said, direct this play.
Yes.
And she did. And she did wonderfully.
Cut him, me, man. Him come and say, all right, we're supposed to have a director. The director not come in. Come on, you just direct, man. And then that was 7 plays ago.
What's it like for you, though, TK, working with your dad? I imagine that there's a strange line that you kind of have to blur a little bit between this being your dad, but also like you're working together, and you have to be able to kind of say, hey, I don't really like that, or I don't think we should do it like that, but it's your dad. So how does that work for you?
It's a balancing act, you know, because at the end of the day, we have the same goal, which is the product, and the product being great. And so you might have to maneuver, come on, daddy, make we can do this, man, or you know what, I'm going to back off on this particular topic or whatever. But it's helpful that we have a pretty good relationship. We can speak pretty openly with each other, and so it works, you know.
Yeah. You know, I know Tami, she is a YouTuber, so her thumbnail is very important because she decides, or it looks to get the attention. The name and title of a play is very important. Talk to us about deciding on this name, and what's the what are you connoting? First Lady, when I hear First Lady, I think about like a president's wife.
Right.
Talk to me about it.
Initially, it was terrible. We couldn't come up with a name. I mean, and sometimes, you know, you get the name first, and then you get the story after. Yes, sometimes you do. This time, we struggled with names. Director. My marketing man, who is my son in England, problem, nobody could agree. And then one day, I just got up and said, First Lady is always mixed up with the church, the wife of the pastor in the church. First Lady connotes
The
official people, president, and so on and so forth. And most First Ladies are controversial. So let's do First Lady.
And this play explores what happens when you have a situation where one partner kind of starts to maybe become more successful. Is that right?
Yeah.
Which we see a lot of that happening now. And of course, I'm going to ask where the inspiration came from.
Life, right?
The inspiration comes from life. The inspiration comes from the fact that you have to open and play on the 27th of December every year. And the challenge is always come up with a story that is relatable.
True.
People can actually understand it by seeing themselves or seeing others they know. And at the same time, to write a story that other playwrights are not going to be writing about.
And also, isn't it an opportunity to also give people in some weird way, yes, we're here to laugh, yes, we're here to, but we're also, you're giving us, you're provoking thought, but you're also maybe giving us tools, or you're giving us ways to think about things.
Absolutely. I mean, you must have some kind of functionality.
Absolutely.
Other than making people laugh.
True.
Making people laugh is very vital right at this stage, but give them something to think about, and to see if you can get even one person to change, to be a better person, you know. So that's the goal.
You know, speaking of giving, talk to us about this business model, benefit performances, because I mean, perhaps some person don't understand.
Oh, years ago, I decided that how can I make other people benefit? I was in corporate and working big money, so you know, the theater was just another thing. So I came up with this model of doing only benefits. Wow. So I don't do shows for myself. All shows are benefits. Wow. And they benefit. We started with like non-governmental organizations, with service clubs, and the people who were obviously using the money to aid some outreach projects.
Right.
And then we evolved into families with catastrophic diagnosis like cancer. Then we school fees. In fact, we never decided who now. They started to seek us, and we just responded. And we find that it works. The symbiosis is exceedingly good. We don't always know what they do with the money, but there are some that are obvious, like the cancer treatment and the school fees, so that the graduation can happen, and so on and so forth. So we are very pleased. The model works, and first time we used to make back our money when we go on tours, but now no tours are happening. And all the prospects of tours for this one, the overseas promoters tell me don't bother with it because no black people go into anywhere that.
Wow.
They're afraid to go out. They're afraid to go to the theater, afraid to go out, afraid with what's happening.
Whether they're legal or they're illegal, they're just staying at home because of ICE.
But it's just to take it back a notch, because Daddy has been doing benefits for years. So he's like, oh, the benefit model and the benefit.
But what is
a benefit? A benefit is where you can actually book out the house. Like, let's say there's 150 seats in the theater. You get the 150 tickets at a wholesale price, and you can then sell it to your group to raise funds for whatever it is that you're raising funds for.
Which is what price? My price?
Yes.
Yeah,
like
you
if you get the you get the tickets for $1,000. You can determine if you want to sell it for $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, whatever, and then you use those profits now for whatever, like what Daddy was talking about, the school fees and cancer treatment, and you know, schools have used it to help with schools, and you know, organizations have done outreach projects and hospital projects.
So
it's all over the
my
place.
church, right?
Church is about 70%.
All right. So if you're similar church, it's like a tent. So suppose we want to have multiple, we say we want to block out a month. Give us the tickets and we will sell them. You anything with idea?
Of course.
Of course.
And how do we do
Like you have to buy one.
You can buy 10. I don't like you know. You don't need 20.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's what they're here for.
And how do we reach out to do that? If somebody's watching or they do want to do that, do we call a number? Do we go online? How do we do that?
So the best way is to call the gentleman.
Right.
I get what
Oh, there it is for tickets and benefits.
Yes, there it is. At 876-819-7704.
Yes.
And you can also reach out to him on Facebook at Basil Dawkins Productions on Facebook.
Perfect. I'm excited about this play. I'm actually going to be seeing it this Saturday for the first time. Very excited about that.
I'm excited because, you know, on tomorrow is Saturday. Tomorrow evening at 8:30, I'm doing a benefit for the workers of Bustamante Children's Hospital, Jubilee KPH, as well as Comprehensive Clinic. And you know,
I'm
it's going to be really exciting because now you know how hard these professionals have been working. So we're giving them a night of laughter, absolutely free.
And for people who just want to find out, sorry to cut you, how they to get tickets as well. Do you have a Instagram that they can go and see what nights are playing, all that stuff? Or?
Yeah, that information is on my Instagram at TK Dawkins.
Shameless plug.
But also shameless plug. But you can also call the same number and get the information from the theater.
819-7704.
He's so show off.
819-7704. You're right.
But listen though, like for me and Tami, how are you about casting? Because you know, I mean,
we'd like to audition.
I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked.
I'll be playing the part of Abigail.
Under normal circumstances, we would have the actors come in and show you an excerpt. But why use the actors? When we have stars. So the actors are, you know, Dennis Titus, who plays Byron, who I'm sure you will be been playing.
Brilliant.
Renee Williams plays Abigail,
AKA.
and Dion Silvera plays housekeeper Enid.
Love them.
I've taken an excerpt and I want to see you guys act it out.
Well, we've
No, you have
never
to go
seen it
direct us.
before.
What do you mean?
Come on, we can try.
Directors.
I have faith
Here's
in
a
you.
show you won't be seeing after
with
this.
books, because writers normally have a relationship with books. Are you a reader? Were you a reader?
Yeah, I read a lot, yeah.
Yes, well, when you hear words like symbiosis, you better believe it. He's reading. All right, we're going to try this.
All right, so let me just set the stage for you.
All right, director.
So Abigail, who has been
camera.
elevated to her corporate status now because of Byron's investment into her.
Yes.
She's frustrated.
After all.
She's feeling like, okay, he's not growing with me. Can this relationship really work? Should I go? Should I? And so you're in your living room and scene.
All right. You know I'm gone, and we're never getting back together as husband and wife, right?
I never say never about anything.
Well, say it now, because you won't be wrong this time.
Listen, because you went overseas on a course and didn't tell me,
Look,
I should leave it over that?
No. Cut the denial, Byron. You well know I did not go on a course. Hard as it is, just face the reality. Me and you, over, done, finito, for good.
No,
Let's
talk.
talk
May I
rationally.
listen?
No. Listen to me. Hold on, I lost my line. Okay, I never loved you. Yes, I tried hard, but I couldn't, and I told you constantly I would do everything to help you over this bump.
Abby, you come back with this foolishness again. You love me, let me say.
No, I don't. And listen, I think you should seriously start dating Enid.
What?
Yes.
Enid?
Enid,
The maid?
she can. You never let me say my line.
Take two,
Can I
take
get
two.
a different Byron?
No, take two.
Listen, I think you should seriously start dating Enid.
Enid?
Yes.
Which Enid?
She can make you the happiest husband that you could ever be, and she has loved you for so long.
Me? Date Enid?
Yes.
The maid?
She's same one.
Eh? Me? Date?
This is not for me. This is not for me.
Hey, you know what's interesting? Us breaking. Let me say this to you. Okay? You see, like when performances, you cannot stop and do a retake when it's live.
Ah, true. We done
Like
mash
we
up.
did a while ago. You know, that
We
don't
would
happen
mash
in theater.
up.
No, man.
So when a
you're
mistake,
mad.
when a mistake happen, what
No,
happens?
that's why them don't hire me.
They just
go,
work with
man.
it.
They just
The
work
great
with
thing
it.
about
They
professional
protect
actors.
each other.
Yeah.
I would have been
Everybody.
like, you said the line too soon.
No, you can't do that.
I'd be like, I'm so sorry, everybody, but
man,
he
yeah,
messed
yeah.
up.
They protect each other.
Yeah.
They know when
So-
they foul up, and their ambition is to make sure that they know, but you, the audience, won't.
I have one last question.
Yes.
Did we get the job?
Listen,
come on.
Don't call us. We'll call you.
No, that's not true.
Talk to me nice, Mr.
When I
Dawkins.
watched you, I said, but this is a soap opera. They should be on TV.
Hi,
On TV.
With those
Pregnant.
Pregnant
pregnant
pauses.
pause.
That is a man that read and writes. All right, that was just
Tami.
a taste of the drama. I think I'm mashing
Look
up
at them
right
on
now.
TV. Can you imagine that?
Listen, if you want the full experience of real professionals, make sure to check out Basil Dawkins' First Lady, and don't wait too long to grab those tickets. We'll be back after the break with Yadi Got Talent, sponsored by Grace Good Moves. So you make sure you don't move a muscle.
Yeah.
Pregnant
you know?
pause.
Husband and wife no feel live like how me and you a live.
Yes, you pay for my subjects and my degree and my masters, but me no love you.
You love me say, mercy.
I think I should start dating Enid.
Abigail, Enid are the maid. Glory!
Basil Dawkins, First Lady, directed by T.K. Dawkins, starring Dennis Titus, Renee Williams, and Dion Silvera, playing at the Little Theatre. Call 876-819-7704 for tickets and benefits.